rainforests and tropical rainforests. 56,000 square miles of natural rainforest lost each year. A rainforest is the size or a football field that is mowed down. That is 86,400 football fields or 31 million football fields of rainforests each year.
A glacier is a large body of water of ice formed in a location where the accumulation of snow and sleet exceeds the amount that melts. It forms as snow compacts and turns to ice. Glaciers move slowly due to a combination of the surface slope and the pressure of the overlying snow and ice. The flow of glaciers creates crests and other features of a glacier. They also pick up rock and debris as they move. Glaciers cover about 10% of the world's land area. This amounts to 15 million square kilometers. Glaciers cover over 75,000 square kilometers in the United States, with most location in Alaska. Glaciers store about 75% of the world's fresh water. If they melt, sea level world would rise about 70 meters worldwide.
Did you know the Grand Canyon is home to many species? Bobcat, owl, and gray fox. Gray fox is on the endangered list. Grand Canyon is one of the biggest rocks on Earth. Appreciating a rock. Did you know the Grand Canyon has a river going through it that is 277 miles long? The river has formed much of the Grand Canyon. Rain, melting snow, and wind, and the experience of rocks form the heat and cold change the land.
Some of the highest mountains are at the bottom of the sea. Hawaii is at the top of a volcanic mountain in the Pacific Ocean. More than half the mountain is below water. The largest range of mountains is in the Atlantic Ocean. The dictionary defines a mountain as that is which higher than a hill. Generally, mountains are those pieces of land that rise above 2,000 feet. Mountains exist on every continent and even beneath our great oceans. The Himalayas are the world's overall tallest mountains. Mount Everest, part of the Himalayas, is the highest point on Earth, with a height of 29,023 feet. The Andes runs more than 4,900 miles, is the longest mountain range in the world.
The average worldwide ocean depth is about 12,460 feet, the deepest point being 36,198 feet. The ocean covers 140 million square miles, or nearly 71% of the Earth's surface. 90% of all volcanic activity occurs in the ocean. Pressure at the deepest part of the ocean is more than 11,034 tons. That is the same as one person trying to lift 50 jumbo jets. 50 or 80% of all life on Earth is found under the ocean surface. Least than 10% of that has been explored by humans.
An island is an area of land smaller than a continent that is entirely surrounded by water. Some islands are formed by volcanic eruptions. It takes thousands of years for the lava to build up enough for the island to break its surface. The largest island on Earth is Greenland. However, Antarctica and Australia are larger than Greenland, but they are continents. The Hawaiian Islands are made up of 19 islands. The islands form the U.S. state of Hawaii.
A waterfall is any stream of water descending suddenly from a higher to a lower level. Waterfalls are formed when rivers flow from an area from hard rock to an area that can be moved, easily eroded. In the past, waterfalls turned the mill wheels. Today, many waterfalls are being used to generate hydroelectric power. The highest waterfall is Angel Falls. It's found in the country Venezuela. The height of the Angel Falls is 3,212 feet.
Waterfalls are often a source of water power, such as a stream of cities in the U.S. that grew up long ago. The waterfall line where streams from the Appalachian descended settlement. Normally, as a stream grows older, waterfall by undercutting an ellipse of the waterfall edge. The stream bed about the fall moves upstream and loses height until it eventually becomes a series of viaducts and finally disappears. It is formed when the stream's comes as when a stream passes over larger of harder rock toward a green forest rock, and they form easily
spell it.
E-R-D-O-E-D.
Eroded
rock. A waterfall is a sudden
spell.
UNSUPPOR
UNSPP.
ORTED.
Unsupported.
Unsupported, dropped in a stream.
A waterfall is formed when a stream passes over a layer of harder rock. Often it goes to an area of softer and therefore more easily eroded.
that it almost takes 3 days for a waterfall to get to its normal speed.
A volcano is a landform that molten rock erupts through the surface of the planet. The name volcano comes from the name Vulcan, a god of fire in Roman mythology. Magma is liquid rock inside a volcano that becomes lava when it flows out. There are around 1,510 active volcanoes in the world.
Can I see this blow up?
Oh, it's not going to look good. All the seeds. It's on blow. So, it's on blow. It's goo. Oh.
Very cool.
He said it was gonna fall 5 feet in the air.
It's actually.
The bottom of a valley is called a floor. A valley sides are called walls or slopes. Most floors slope downstream. Most valleys on dry land are formed by running water in streams and rivers.
Under the surface of the earth, the materials are very hot. When the hot magma rises to the top, it often erupts on the surface, and this is what causes a volcano. They start as a fissure with magma that has a high concentration of gas and a low concentration of minerals containing silica glass. Cinder cone volcanoes consist of primarily erupted volcanic ash and rock fragments are cinders. When the volcano erupts, the ash and are ejected onto the mountain. As this process continues, the volcano grows higher because of the debris buildup. Other types of volcanoes, ice volcanoes, practically on some moons of Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune, and mud volcanoes.
A fast-flowing river plunged over a craggy rock bed, making pieces of rock break off and moving the waterfall further upstream. A waterfall can become taller as salt rock at the bottom of the fall is worn away by the force of the water. It would take a very cold winter to freeze the thundering waters of Niagara Falls. Waterfalls occur where a layer of hard rock lies on top of soft rock.
Desert animals are nocturnal to avoid the heat. A desert gets less than 10 inches of rain each year. Desert oases do exist. There are ponds of water surrounded by palm trees in the middle of the desert. The Sahara Desert is the largest desert. Some deserts are always hot, but others can drop below freezing at night.
Mountains are made up of earth and rock. Most mountain ranges are in their natural state. Tall mountains reach into the upper atmosphere. Tall mountains can have
different climates. At the top of some have snow. Lakes are a body of water. Many lakes have been man-made to help produce power for recreation. Most lakes are freshwater lakes. Most lakes have at least one outflow.
Mount Everest is the world's highest mountain at 29,078 feet. Mauna Kea, Hawaii is at 33,408 feet high when measured from its base under the Pacific Ocean. Only 796 feet is above the sea level. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is a submerged mountain chain over 10,000 miles long. South America are the longest mountain range on land at 4,000 miles.
A mountain is a large landform that stretches above the surrounding land in a limited area, usually in the form of a peak. Height is usually 8,202 feet or higher. 24% of Earth's land mass is mountains. 5 major mountain types. Number 1 is fold. Number 2 is block. Number 3 is volcano. Number 4 is dome. Number 5 is plateau.
There are 2 types of plants in the desert. Xerophytes, plants that live in dry areas and need little water. Bradophytes, plants with long roots that can reach far underground. 20% of the world's land is desert. About 4% of the United States land is desert. Deserts are second largest to tropical rainforests. Some of the animals that live in the deserts are bats, coyote, rattlesnakes, bighorn sheep, armadillo, roadrunner, iguana, and scorpion. The desert can get to be as hot as 22 degrees Fahrenheit. It can get very windy.
The jungle is a large
amount
of dry land filled with an amount of trees, wildlife, animals, and plants. The world jungle organs from the sun. World jungle, which go to jungle is a synonym to tropical rainforest.
Okay, good job.
An island landform is land that is completely surrounded by water. There are 2 main types of
island,
Mental?
continental is island or oceans, island, continental island are bodies of land that lie on the continental shelf of a continent. Oceans, island are islands that do not sit on site on continental shelves. Island can be found in their ways by volcanoes that keep erupting when continental plants slide that keep deposits of sand that come from Iran. There are approximately 45,000 reptile islands on